My name is Dr. Albert Knapp. I'm a clinical psychologist, a board-certified behavior analyst at the doctoral level, and a registered play therapist supervisor, and I specialize in providing mental health and ABA services to children with neurodivergent needs. Yeah, so there's two real main components to the autism diagnosis, which is social impairments and social communication impairments, as well as restricted repetitive behaviors. So we see deficits in social emotional reciprocity, deficits in nonverbal behaviors, as well as deficits in maintaining and keeping friends, like maintaining and keeping friends. And then for restricted repetitive behaviors, we see a lot of inflexibility, we see resistance to change, we see hyper or hypo reactivity to sensory input, and we see stereotype behaviors and rituals. One of the forefronts of treatment for autism is applied behavior analysis, or ABA for short, which has a lot of research support and is pretty much done all over the world, often led by BCBA, and then they have like RBTs, registered behavior technicians, deliver the treatment. And then there's some new emerging treatment that's really great. So there's an emerging treatment called HFS Cognitive Training System, which has a lot of really good research support for working on the core deficits of autism. So the problems I think they can solve are really the core deficits related to autism. They can definitely help with the social emotional reciprocity piece. Both require like a real person, so you're interacting with another human to deliver the treatment. Both praise or reinforce the kids for when they get things right, so they're enjoying the interactions with the coach. They're able to practice their play skills, they're able to practice getting along with others, taking turns, they're modeling from both the ABA therapist and the HFS coach, so they're learning from imitation as well as repetitive practice. I think they can both be used to treat autism. Like they're both going to be able to target those core deficits. They're just going to go about it in a different way. ABA, I think, is a more intensive treatment program. Typically, it's 10 to 15 hours a week minimum, multiple days of the week. It can be delivered in a clinic setting or a home setting, and it's based on like a skill deficit model. So we find out skill deficits and we teach those deficits. We also replace challenging behaviors with more pro-social behaviors. And then the parents are often trained on what the interventionist or the registered behavior technician is doing, and the treatment's overseen by a behavior analyst. Which HFS, we're able to do treatment in 1 hour sessions, typically 3 days a week. The system is AI powered, so it generates a treatment plan, and then the coach takes data on each session, puts it back into the AI system, which then updates the treatment plan after each session. Sessions usually are about 60 of them, so you can see improvements in as little as about 3 months. The ABA, each skill is like discretely taught, like it has to be practiced and repetition. And with HFS, the skills can be more globally taught by doing the skill exercises that are part of HFS, would target various different skills that are at one time. So ABA takes a behavior modification approach. So there's always a skill deficit or a behavior that we need to improve or increase. So we're always looking at those deficits and then teaching to that one behavior or that one goal. And we do so in a repetitive fashion. And through conditioning, the individual learns the skills that are needed, but it does take repetitive practice and time. Which HFS is developed by neuroscience, so really it's targeting like the neurons in the brain and having the individual learn multiple skills doing different activities and through stimulation in the brain. Because I believe during HFS we use music, which also stimulates the brain, as well as skill-based exercises. So both of those are happening at the same time, which is helping the brain develop, and then we can see improvements in attention, emotional regulation, and cognitive skills. Absolutely, I definitely recommend HFS to parents. I think it's a really cutting-edge treatment that is using technology in a way that is going to really increase the gains that their child would make. It's easy to add into an already busy schedule because it's only 3 times a week. It's only for about 3 to 4 months at a time. So it's something really easy to add into an already packed schedule. And then the results, you get to see them, again, within probably about 20 to 30 sessions is when the first results are starting to be seen. I know of a great organization called Cognitive Leap that actually has a center in Irvine, California, as well as Northern California. And for the past 2 years, they've been really showing great results in using HFS. Additionally, they currently partnered with Stanford Medical Center to do a double-blind study to prove that HFS is an effective treatment for children with autism.